The New York Yankees in interleague play and looking to win one on the road. The tradition of Sunday Night Baseball. Welcome, everybody. 2K Sports on Major League Baseball. Close to 40,000 fans to witness this one. San Francisco starter on the mound. Let's take a look. So, Steve, what's he going to be conscious of as he looks at this Yankees lineup?
Well, it's a phenomenal lineup right here. That's why this outstanding right-hander is going to have to be on top of his game to be able to neutralize some of their big bats and get the outs he needs. He has to work ahead in the count or they'll make him pay.
Now let's take a look at the Yankees offense. John, who do we keep an eye on?
Well, one of the more scary human beings I've ever seen in my life, Mike Stanton, is an absolute beast. The guy can hit the ball farther than anyone I've ever laid eyes on. He can strike out a lot, but boy, make a mistake, and the power is unbelievable.
Leadoff man in the box. He's first up today, and we're just about ready for the first pitch.
Number 12.
Line shot into center field. That's one down. Here's a look at how the Giants will line up defensively.
One of the areas this team really wants to try to make improvement is you take a look, ranked last in their division defensively, and they're going to have to tighten things up a little bit to try to improve this area of their team.
Well, let's see how the top hitting teams measured up last season, courtesy of State Farm. The Rangers, number 1. The Red Sox, second. In third, the Tigers. Fourth spot held by the Royals. And it's the Yankees, number 5.
One of the top hitting teams in baseball last year will be on display in this game today. And these guys, when they step out of the dugout, they're swinging the bats. These guys can put the ball in play, and they all hit for a high average.
Second pitch, waves at the fastball, and suddenly it's strike 2.
Boy, that's some kind of fastball down in the zone right there. The hitter has to be ready for it or he's got no chance to hit it.
And it's fouled away. Low pitch from Webb for a ball.
Now, Gary, this is a breaking ball down and away, and it just runs off the plate for a ball this time.
Slider, 2-2. This one's grounded foul wide of first. Two is the sinker that misses. 3-2.
Wow, he had some good bite on that one right there, but the hitter wouldn't chase it.
Sinker swung on, missed. That's out number 2.
He gets the strikeout with the sinker ball. The ball's moving, sinking out of the zone. The hitter swinging right over the top of it.
Season's still fresh. Here's what the Giants have coming up. Final game of the Yankees is Wednesday. They'll kick off a series with the division rivals, the San Diego Padres. That'll be at the end of the week. Following that, they head home for a few with the Mets. Liner between first and second. And he's safe in there at first. And he throws it away. So they can't make the play. He'll hold there at second base. Credit him with a double. It's going to be Rice now. Low pitch from Webb for a ball.
And when he can keep that thing down and away, it's nearly impossible to hit.
Pauses, and now the 1-0. Misses outside for ball 2. Change up just misses. He runs it to 3-0.
Well, the hitter's not a big threat at the plate right here, so the last thing you want to do is go 3-0, but that's what he did. Now, look, he's probably going to take 1, possibly 2 strikes. You got to throw it over the plate and make him hit it.
That's a close pitch, but he walks him in 4 pitches, and now he's got to go after the next guy.
We hope you can't get enough baseball. There'll be more this Saturday. We'll be at Busch Stadium, the home of the St. Louis Cardinals. They'll be playing host to the visiting New York Mets. Things get underway 7:30 Eastern. And here's the delivery. First pitch is a sinker for a called strike. And here's the pitch.
1-1.
Good eye by Mike Stanton. He stays away, and it's an even count. Average last year for him, 364 against the Giants.
And it's no coincidence that most of the at-bats ended in his favor. They have to figure out a way to pitch tougher to him.
Checks him at second. Has to dive, but he's back in there in time. That's in the dirt. He traps it. Two-two pitch. Fastball misses high, and it's full. 3-2.
Well, he tried that four-seam fastball up in the zone to get him the chase. Tough pitch to lay off of. Good job by the hitter.
The 3-2 pitch. And Stanton goes down swinging, strike 3. They pick up no runs on a hit, and they leave 2 on. So it'll be the San Francisco Giants, bottom of the first. Now the Yankees starting pitcher. So, Steve, how's he going to handle these San Francisco bats today?
Well, a little mismatch in this one right here. One of the best lefties in the game against the lineup that does struggle at times to score runs. So it could be a lopsided ball game.
And it's an 0-1 count, bottom of the first going.
Well, that pitch right there, he just blew it right by the hitter. Swung late.
Here's the pitch. 0-1 pitch, a fastball. Swung on and missed. 0-2. Good slider that time. Ruled the ball. 1-2. Swing and a miss on the slider. 1 out.
Oh, Gary, that's an outstanding slider. That great late action with 2 strikes. Not much you can do with that one. Tough one to hit.
Got a chance to see how that lineup looks for the Giants.
That's a prodigious lineup right here. Names that everybody recognizes. A lot of threats in this lineup and no breaks for the opposing pitcher.
Swing and a ball popped foul to the left side.
Foul!
There's a hard comebacker right through the center. And he throws to first in time, out number 2.
Number 16.
Now we'll take a quick look at the Yankees and how they'll be fielding defensively. Highlights, John, from these fielders.
Well, he roams the outfield like a football player with good reason, as Mike Stanton was recruited as one in high school. Great speed, great cannon of an arm. This guy might have the best throwing arm in all of baseball as far as outfielders go. Watch him throw when someone's trying to score from second base on a base hit. You're going to be amazed at what this man can do.
Curveball just misses. 1-0. Lost the grip on that sinker, and it's 2-0. Change up, dips low, 3-0.
Well, 3-0 count right here. Hey, look, I'm giving the hitter the green light and letting him swing away to see if he can do some damage.
Not looking at a fastball, 3-1 now.
But clearly the hitter had the take sign on right there. He was taken all the way.
Did he try and muscle up that time? But he missed, and the count's full 3-2.
Well, that's a huge swing right there. He was looking for a fastball, but just couldn't quite catch up to it. Great pitch.
Payoff pitch coming. Hit in the air to center field. And that one's put away to retire the side. No runs, no hits. Nobody crossed the plate in this half inning, and nobody left on base. We're scoreless in San Francisco. We'll have the 6, 7, and 8 hitters coming up next.
For the New York Yankees.
Their second baseman in the box now. He'll start it off here in the second. It's fouled away. He's at 0-2. He watched that fastball that was in there.
Well, the hitter's dug himself a pretty deep hole right here. Let's see if he can battle himself out of it.
That one swung on, hit in the air to deep right center field. Play is made.
Let's take a chance now to look at the Yankee season last year and how they ranked in the American League. First in home runs, second in runs scored, and speed, a major part of this offensive production, manufacturing runs. Third in stolen bases overall in the league. Really a good asset for this team to score runs.
And it's Mike Carp now, one away. There's a swing and a liner towards the gap in left field. That one gets through for a base hit. He's going to try to stretch it. And he's in at second with a double, 1-out.
Excellent base running right there, getting himself into second base. Great read on his part, and love the aggressiveness.
And you've got to decide what you're going to do in those situations before you ever get to first base. That's what he did.
And that's what he did. You know what? Aggressive, taking that turn exactly the way he needed to, never missing a beat.
Webb with the delivery. Hit hard to second. Number 4. On to first. That's out number 2. Let's go to the video replay. This is a close play at first base.
That's going to be real close. He lunges for the bag, but it beats him. He's out.
You just don't lunge. You don't gain any ground that way. Now a look at the teams who generated the most runs last year, courtesy of State Farm. Number 1, the Red Sox. The Yankees second. Third spot, the Rangers. Tigers fourth. And for the Blue Jays, they are in fifth.
Well, the thing you ask your team, the manager and the hitting coach, is, look, guys, get us some runs. This team does it as good as anyone in the league last year, and they just love to get on base, make things happen with speed, but they can also take it out of the ballpark.
Let's go, Giants. Here we go, Jack.
Hit in the air to left center. And that's out number 3. They pick up no runs on a hit, stranding a man at third base. The shutout, it continues here in San Francisco. Shortstop up. He'll start the home half of the second. Swung on, hit. And that's going to be in there. The Giants get their first man on.
Well, let's take a look at where San Francisco ended up rank-wise last year in the National League. 5th in doubles, 11th in triples, and while the home run numbers just weren't quite stacking up with some of the other clubs around, really showing that they had to manufacture runs and not get their offense from power.
And in the batter's box, it's Lee. The pitch pulls back on that curveball, takes a strike 0-1. Here's the pitch. That one is going to miss. Low for a ball, 1-1.
Now, if you're going to miss, this is where you want to miss. Throw that breaking ball at the bottom of the strike zone. If the hitter swings and puts it in play, it's a ground ball out.
Swung and a fly ball. And it's going to be Stanton. One away.
Coming to bat for the San Francisco Giants.
And Ramos now will come to the batter's
Number
box.
17.
Here we go, Jack.
One out. Runner on at first. Sinker swung on, missed, 0-1.
Well, this guy has some great late breaking sink on his fastball. It's his out pitch.
Fastball misses low that time, 1-1. Even though the hitters know it's coming, Steve, that out pitch you're talking about, with that movement, it is tough to get under it.
Well, that's the issue. The sinker down in the zone. Hitters tend to swing over the top of the ball or top the ball directly into the ground.
That's the second out. Here's what New York has lined up. This San Francisco series ending on Wednesday. There's another stop on the road trip. The Mariners hosting that one. That's going to get going on Friday night. After that, they kick off a series with the Miami Marlins, a little division rivalry. And their catcher at the plate. Fastball in there, 0-1.
You can really stay out of big trouble in the big inning if you can spot your fastball down in the zone.
Pitch on the way. Plays off the curveball. Good pitch, though, 1-1.
They went with the big curveball off the plate, trying to get him to reach for it, but he lays off.
The pitch. Fastball gets away from him there, 2-1. The 2-1 pitch. Sinker is in there. Called the ball. Beg your pardon. 3-1.
Wow, he had some good bite on that one right there, but the hitter wouldn't chase it.
Swinging a liner to left. And there's Stanton for up number 3. No runs and a base hit. They leave one man on at first. We're scoreless in San Francisco. In the box, their third baseman. Going to take a brief moment here to check out the breakdown on this pitcher's pitch types that have turned into hits today. John, Steve, your thoughts?
And it's been the sinker ball of his. It's been hit 2 times.
Well, John, that's the one pitch that they've been able to see coming out of his hand. It's just the third inning. So far, he's been fantastic out there, the way he's mixed those pitches up overall.
And that's through a base hit.
Well, a good start to this inning, but let's see if the guys behind him, after he starts out this inning with the single, can follow up and finish this inning off with some runs.
Number 2 spot in the lineup up again. Couldn't put anything in play and went down swinging the first time against Webb.
That swung right over the top of that sinker in his last at bat. You got to believe, as a pitcher, you've got to go back there again.
First pitch on the way. Lined up the middle. And the diving stop. He's up. And he gets the force at second. That is a tremendous defensive effort. And that one's got to be a candidate for play of the week, Steve.
Well, you talk about shifting momentum. You get the ground ball double play, and all of a sudden you're back in the dugout ready to hit.
Now look at the teams who led the league in extra base hits last year. Brought to you by State Farm. Number 1, the Red Sox. Second, the Rangers. In third, the Yankees. Jays 4th. And for the Tigers, 5th.
Well, the bottom line is, as a hitter, you want to put yourself in scoring position any chance you can. Well, this team does it as good as anyone in the league. And extra base hits. Seems like every time you look up, there's someone in scoring position making the pitcher work and the defense work extremely hard.
Hit in the air. That one's foul. He sends this one in the air towards center. He's got it. What a play. It's called short work of 3. Took 6 pitches. It's been a great opening day here, Steve. The inaugural game of the season underway. Bottom of the 3rd coming up.
Plate with the San Francisco
Up now, the center fielder. He'll start things off for the home team. We're in the 3rd. And he takes that curveball for a strike 0-1. On the way. Swung on. That's going to be hit foul. Long fly ball left side. Oh, tough one to lay off right there, that fastball. 1-2.
Well, that right there is a really good pitch. Just missing the outside corner. Give the batter a lot of credit, though. That is one of the toughest pitches to lay off of. That hard fastball away.
Number 72. And his throw is in time for out number 1.
Shortstop makes a nice play right here, Gary. Good feet at that position. Gets the easy out at first.
And we're going to see Webb here. Fastball is in there. It's 0-1.
Well, purpose pitch right there. He gets the strike on it, goes up and in, and it opens up the entire strike zone now.
Line towards 3rd and foul. And he fouls off another one. Slider misses, and it's 1-2 now. And here's a quick summary of how this guy's mixing up his pitches. How's he doing?
Well, the one thing I think compared to what we normally see from him is today he's really relying on that slider.
You know, we're seeing it.
On the ground to short, number 72. On the first, 2 away.
Francisco Giants. Second base. Number 4.
Up now, their second baseman. Struck out swinging his last time up. Swing and a liner to right center. That looks like a single.
Well, the last thing you want to do is have a quick inning. That 2-out hit right there will prolong the inning. Great piece of hitting.
We've got Chapman ready to hit. Take a look at this first pitch delivered and see how he's doing.
Well, what does an 0-1 count do for you? Well, in this game, it does a lot. He's gotten 7 hitters out in this game when he's gone 0-1 in the count. So first pitch strikes me a lot.
Here's the delivery. And that finds the outside corner for strike 1. He swings now and really hit that. And he's there to retire the side. No runs on a hit, and they'll strand him. We're scoreless in San Francisco. Lead of the lineup coming to the plate. And if you're just joining in, Gary Thorne with Steve Phillips and John Crunk bringing you Major League Baseball here on 2K Sports. It's going to be Rice now. He's going to get us started here in the 4th. In time for the out for the New York game.
Well, he tops that one to second on an easy routine ground ball and taken care of.
Here's Mike Stanton now. There's one down.
But when you look at Mike Stanton, you look at the 6'5", 250-pound, 4% body fat, you know there's power in that lineup. But to see the ball just explode off the bat is so more impressive in person than on TV.
Called strike. Webb's got him 0-1 now. tell you about Mike Stanton and the bombs he hits. He's one of those 500-foot guys. Every time he comes up, you kind of move to the front of your seat.
Now, he has what scouts call light tower power, that ability to just drive the ball out of the ballpark, literally out of the ballpark. He's a monster at the plate.
Good-looking fastball. Called the ball, though, 2-1.
Oh, Gary, into the fourth inning right here now. They've gotten 3 hits in this one, so they've had a few base runners, but they haven't been able to lump them together to be able to generate any runs so far.
Now coming to bat.
Line drive. That's foul towards first.
Second baseman, number 13.
6 slide up at the plate again.
Gary, just a dominating performance from Webb today. He's been outstanding.
How's he attacking on the first delivery? Let's look here.
Well, when you look at what he's done so far today, Gary, I mean, what he's done is throwing first pitch strikes. And what has that done for him? Well, he's gotten 10 guys out after going 0-1.
Slider just misses, 1-0.
Well, a pitch like that just locks the hitter up when it's in on the hands.
Hit in the air to center field. And that's the third out. That'll do it. Nobody left on base. No runs or hits here in this half inning. The Yankees unable to get on the board.
Coming to bat for the San Francisco
Number 3 slot up again here. He definitely brings a lot of attention to his at-bats. First pitch to him. Sinker just missed, 1-0.
Well, it's major star power, and the reason there's star power is because he has that kind of home run power. People love the home run ball.
He delivers. Sinker waved at and missed, 1-1.
Well, that's a great pitch right there. That hard sinker. He just can't catch up.
One pitch, fastball. That's going to be low. 2-1. Here's the 2-1. 2-1 pitch, a sinker taken for a called strike 2.
You throw the sinker ball to get the ground ball out. You got the called strike right there. If they swing, he's going to get his share of ground balls.
Fastball misses high, and it's full, 3-2.
Well, that pitch right there just seemed to get away from the pitcher, took off on him. Looked like he tried to overthrow that a little bit.
Here's the payoff pitch. Swing and a bouncing ball up the middle. Number 13. Throw one to first in time and away.
Shortstop, number 2.
Cleanup man in the box again. Well, it's keeping up with the hit trends in this one. Let's take a look at the pitches that he's thrown on the mound that have been put in play.
That four-seam fastball of his, it's gotten hit 2 times so far in this one.
You know, it's been touched a pair of times, but the way he's pitching, he looks to go deep in this game here, and no runs given up. Everything looks like it's working for him.
And the first pitch. First pitch is a big curveball in there, 0-1. Pitch on the way. Ball belted deep left center field. Way back, way back. Out of here. Goodbye. Home run. San Francisco gets on the board. And the first run of the ball game. Wow, it comes with a solo home run and a 1-0 lead. That home run coming with the bases empty. We look at the WPA graph.
Gary looked like he was setting on that pitch. He got it and drove it out of the park.
What they're going to want to do in this ball game now is take advantage of that and build that momentum up.
Now, they need to still be aggressive out there and go right after him.
Now coming
Well, San Francisco now where they want to be. Giants getting that offense going, trying to build this lead.
Now Lee gets set. Plays off a called strike of the knees, 0-1. This is, Steve, I guess, with that big fly, the inning these guys were hoping for.
Well, that's exactly right, Gary. I mean, you want to have the big inning. When you get that opportunity, put a number up on the board.
He sends this one in the air towards center. He dives. Oh, what a play! Really, take a look. That is an incredible dive to make that catch.
Hey, take a look at this thing, and look at the speed and the instincts. The first step quickness is the key to be able to run that ball down. That's some kind of play right there.
And Ramos now will come to the batter's box. How's he using the strike zone to his advantage? Here's a quick look at how he's been mixing locations.
I think he's been in pretty good command in this one. He clearly is hitting his target, if not all the time, at least the majority of the time.
No, John, if I'm the pitching coach, I'm going to emphasize just stick with the plan. The plan seems to be working.
First pitch on the way. Swings, lines this one back up the middle, and it's through. That's a base hit.
Well, he gets the curveball in the outer part of the plate, but he does a good job of not trying to pull it. He goes right back up the middle. Nice job.
Catcher up to the plate. He flew out his last time up. Here we go. Here's the first pitch. Slider stays inside. 1 ball, no strikes. There he goes for second.
Strike one.
And he is out trying to take second. The fourth sees the offense. They start to settle in. First run on the board. The Giants lead it 1-0.
Up to the plate for the
and the number 7 batter in the box. Let's take a look at how this pitcher has been utilizing his arsenal of pitches.
Well, you know, guys, he's definitely leaning towards that slider a little more than he usually does.
Now, guys, the other thing I'm noticing, and maybe this is intentional, but he hasn't gone to the four-seam fastball nearly as much as he typically does. I'd like to see him throw that a little.
Hit up the middle. And he gets it down. He's 2 for 2 now. Take a look at the teams who led in stolen bases last year. Brought to you by State Farm. Rays number 1, the Royals second. In third, the Yankees. Fourth spot, Rangers. And at number 5, it's the Angels.
But there's nothing like the stolen base. To me, as a guy who couldn't steal a lot of bases, it is still fun for me to watch because I love watching these guys, the way they tinker with the pitcher, the way they make the pitcher work, and that cat and mouse game between them, the pitcher, and the catcher about pitch outs and everything else makes it so exciting to watch. And this team, one of the best in the league last year at stealing bases.
Low pitch from Webb for a ball.
Boy, good pitching, good defense. They're getting it done today, and obviously limiting this offense, keeping them off the board. Only 3 guys left on base the entire game.
He deals. Sinker just off the black. Falls behind 2-0. Check swing here. Did he go around? They say no. They're going to look down to third to see if he did. No, he did not. And the check swing worked. He'll continue his at-bat. And that misses. Ball 4. The potential tying run in scoring position.
That's a close pitch, but he walks him in 4 pitches, and now he's got to go after the next guy.
And their pitcher up again. Getting close now to the top of the order, so you want this pitcher spot. Always you want it to be an out. Even if you get that here, there's still going to be a couple of outs to work with to create some offense. Runners at first and second. Nobody out. Here's the first pitch. Pulls it back in time. It's 1-0. squares, takes that bat back, 2-0. And he's back easily, made a dive to get in. And he almost gets back, but there's a big out on a close play. Now the right-hander makes the nice throw over to get the out.
Well, when you take the extra step or two in your lead, you know that you're vulnerable. You've got to be able to get back quickly.
And you can't see that baseball from that side of the pitcher. Comes set, now the 2-0. He bunts the ball. Up with it. Throw to first gets him, and there are 2 down. And here's the graph that shows us the odds of winning. How they've shifted during this game. It's our WPA graph.
Now listen, pitchers don't hit the ball as well as position players do, but you can still impact the game with productive outs. Good punt.
And boy, will he be happy if that comes around to score.
That's going to make the manager very happy right there.
Now the first pitch. Swings, hits this one pretty well. Deep right center. It's up against the wall and a bounce. And they get the tying run home. Oh, look at how much that triple will help their cause. Here's our win expectancy chart.
Now they could taste the victory. They could taste the post-game spread, but now it's all tied up again. There's a long way to go.
And with 2 down and a big RBI producer at the plate, here you're not going to give him the chance to bring those runs in.
Well, 2 outs, first base open. This is good strategy. Don't play with fire.
And the right fielder batting again. 1 for 2 in the ballgame. Runners at first and third with 2 away. Oh, and he takes off for second. And his throw, he is out. Great throw. So they score once on 2 hits, 1 man left. We're tied up here in San Francisco. For those of you just coming on board, Gary Thorne with Steve Phillips and John Kruk, bringing you Major League Baseball on 2K Sports. First pitch is a slider low, 1-0.
Good spot there, just down a little bit out of the zone. Tried to get him to chase. He wouldn't go for it.
On the way. Back up the middle. Mercy. That is right at the pitcher. Gotta hope he's all right. But a quick recovery that time gets the out. Now there's center fielder at the plate.
You know, they're losing a little bit in the defensive department with this change. It may be geared more toward offense. It's just odd to make this move right now.
Grounded out last time. Ground out victim last time through. And the first pitch. This one is popped up to the left side out of play. Missed badly with a fastball there, 1-1. And he fights this off, fouls it to the right side. The 1-2 on its way. Curveball. Ooh, where did that miss? 2-2. Line towards first. He makes the catch. What a play.
Well, he got a good piece of this one, hitting a shot toward first base, but first baseman was there for the out.
And we're going to see Webb here. Grounded out his last time up. First pitch on the way. A swing and a foul off to the right side. Here's the pitch. Swings on the 0-1 pitch. Can't hit it. Strike two. Swinging an easy ground ball to short. Rosario throws on to first. Side is retired. Good defensive half inning there. No hits allowed. And the Yankees, it'll be their turn coming up.
Batting for the New York Yankees.
Number 3 slot up again here. 1 for 2 in the ball game. Change up misses badly. 1-0. And here's a quick chance to look at how this guy has been mixing up his locations to this lineup.
But we've been watching him go high, go low. He's forcing this lineup to think a lot, and when hitters think, they're done.
And it makes it hard to swing confidently when they don't have their bearings in the box. They don't know location or speed, and right now they're just swinging over the top of everything.
Swing popped up way up there over near second. And he'll put that one away for out number 1. Now our State Farm leaderboard looking at the teams leading the league in slugging percentage from last year. Number 1, the Red Sox. Second, the Rangers. In third, the Yankees. The Tigers 4th. Number 5, the Royals rounded out.
Well, slugging percentage plays a key part in any team's offense, and this team was one of the best in the league last year at doing that. They seem to hit for extra bases. You know, everyone says, well, they get on second base a lot, they score runs, but also they drive in a ton of runs with all those extra base hits that they get. That's why their slugging percentage is so high and why they're so successful.
A sinker misses. 1-1.
Well, and that'll saw his batting too if he swings at that one.
Foul fastball. Now the count 1-2.
The pitcher really rearing back and throwing. He's got everything working now, commanding the strike zone with that fastball.
And he watches that one travel down. 2-2. It's fouled off. Change up just about had him, but it's full now.
Well, a lot of guys would swing at that pitch right there, that changeup down in the strike zone, but the hitter luckily stayed off that one.
Number 4. And a good throw gets him 2 down.
Left fielder, number 27.
Popped out of foul territory last time. That is fouled off by Stanton. And Webb with a pitch. That's inside. Called a ball. Lined up the middle, and it's through. A base hit for Stanton.
Well, after 2 outs, they finally got a man on board right here in this inning. So let's see if they can get back-to-back hits going and maybe get some momentum.
Up now, their second baseman. Last time up, flew out. First pitch to him. Swings and grounds this one foul, wide of third. Webb with the delivery. That one's in the dirt. Nice stop. Hut shot towards the hole. Terrific opportunity right now for the Yankees. 2 men on and 2 men out. It's strike one. Can't make contact on the fastball.
Well, as a hitter, when a guy has a good fastball, you think you have to swing a lot harder to try to catch up with it. You really don't, but he did right there, and that's why he blew it past him.
Oh, what a drive. He smashed it. And that's out number 3. So, no runs, 2 hits, and they strand 2. We hope you're enjoying our opening day as we head to the bottom of the 6th. And it rolls around to the top again. He'll lead off the bottom half of the 6th. The pitch. That one's drilled to short. Rosario over to first for out number 1.
Third base. Number 26.
But Gary, this is where the legends of the game make their marks.
He flew out his last time up. Here we go. Here's the first pitch. That one goes foul.
Foul!
And another foul ball. And it goes foul.
Foul!
And he fouls off another one.
Foul!
And he fouls another one off.
Well, you're told with an 0-2 count to spread out your stance and to choke up on the bat so you can put the ball in play. Better control of the bat, and that's what he did right there. That 0-2 pitch, just barely getting enough of it to put it in foul territory so he can continue this at bat.
The pitch. And he lays off that one outside, 1-2.
They went with the big curveball off the plate, trying to get him to reach for it, but he lays off.
This one's grounded meekly to first. And he steps on first. That's the second out.
Left fielder, number 16.
A late inning showdown right now.
Grounded out his last time through. And he starts him out. First pitch, fastball, 0-1.
Better to go after the fastball when the guy has quality secondary pitches. Even though it's down to the zone, you've got to swing at that.
And here's the pitch. The second pitch cuts on a fastball, misses, and it's 0-2. Good slider that time, ruled the ball, 1-2. This one's popped up behind the plate.
Foul!
Here's the pitch. Hit up the middle. And that's through a base hit.
He takes this 1-2 pitch down in the zone. He's able to go down and get it. Get a good part of the bat on the ball and pick up the base hit.
That's a tough pitch to hit. When you're behind in the count, you just want contact, and he got it. There's shortstop in the box. And a home run back in the 4th inning. Here's the first pitch. Here's a swing and a liner to left center. And he gets it down. That's his third hit, 3 for 3. Fantastic chance here.
Well, he's having a heck of a day so far. Just third hit of the game in this one. They just can't seem to find an answer for him.
Lee at the plate. Flew out last time. 0 for 2 thus far. Two down. Runners at first and second. And here's the first one. Fastball just misses. 1-0.
Well, that's just some good old country hardball right there. Forcing fastball up in the zone.
Fouled off. But he watches one at the knees, and it's 1-2.
Now 2 strikes on the hitter. They're a strike away from getting out of this jam with the game still tied.
1-2 pitch coming. Hit in the air to center field. And that's the third out. That'll do it. Little warm-up action going in the bullpen. That's a right-hander up and throwing.
Well, they're going to wait for the right-handed hitter on deck to get announced, and then they'll probably make the move to the pen.
No runs and a couple of hits and 2 left on. We are still deadlocked here in San Francisco.
Now up to the plate.
And the first baseman in. He'll lead off the 7th.
Well, this is a good move right here. You're bringing in the better defensive player. Defense helps you win games.
It is the top half of the 7th and a 1-0 count. Low pitch from Webb for a ball. Big swing, sends this one on a long, high arc to right field. It's off the wall hard. He's heading for third. The throw gets in there in time. He is safe at third. And with that right-hander warming up in the bullpen here, I'm not sure quite what they're thinking.
Well, with the left-handed hitter on deck, he's probably getting ready for hitters later in the lineup.
A highlight reel play right here. This is the head-first attempt at third.
Well, the quickest way between 2 points is a straight line. He goes diving directly into the bag to make it in there.
And his manager will be happy because he at least was going to have a double. First pitch on the way. That one swung on, hit in the air. Ends up foul. Here's the pitch. Oh, and he lays off the fastball. Good pitch, 1-1. Here's the pitch. 1-1 pitch. A sinker taken for a strike. 1-2.
A good sinking movement on that pitch, right on the black, away from the hitter. Tough pitch to hit.
The 1-2 pitch. This one's grounded near third. Foul. And that's another foul ball.
Well, you know the pitcher wants to get this strikeout right here, but the last thing he wants to do when he's ahead in the count is make a mistake. And the more balls he keeps fouling off in tough situations, the more chance of a mistake coming. Pitcher has to keep his focus right here.
Fastball swung out and missed, struck him out, one away.
This one's right down the middle. He just swung and missed at it. Better check his bat for a hole.
In the box, their third baseman. Last time through at RBI with a hit off Webb.
If I'm up to bat, I'm looking for another fastball early in the count that I can drive. You've seen it once. You know he's able to get around on it, and it doesn't lock him up. He's got to be able to put that ball in play.
And here's the first one. Swing sends this one on the line to right center. This one beyond him. It's going to be extra bases. That's going to break the tie. They lead by 1. That hit knocks in a run. We take a look at the win expectancy graph.
Number 24.
They talk about a late inning ball club. They needed a big hit late in the game, in the final inning, and they got it. Clutch hitting, clutch performance. What a team.
Dominguez is the batter now. Steve, I think from a manager's perspective, he's got to be all smiles over there with this offense producing at this point of the game.
Well, they were given an opening, and they took it. And now they have a lead late in the game.
Here's the 1-0. Sinker drops low. 2 balls, no strikes.
Well, you tried to get him to chase on those first 3 pitches. He laid off of them. Now, you might want to think about putting him on base to set up a double play.
And this one misses down and in, ball 3.
Well, this is awful right here. He's falling behind this hitter 3-0. Let's see if he can come back to get him.
Here it comes. And he watches the sinker all the way. 3-1.
Now let's see what he comes back with on the 3-1 pitch.
Now the 3-1. Behind that time, and that takes the count full.
But the last thing you want to do as a hitter is to swing for the fences on a good sinker. That's what he did, and he came up empty.
And that missed ball 4. They'll put the double play in order, though, with 1 away.
But you know the pitcher's really tired right now, and you have to think that his confidence is a little bit shaken. That long at bat right there, he had a chance to put the hitter away, and now he has to go from the stretch to try to keep this inning from getting out of hand.
Two men on, 1 out. And starts him out here. First pitch, a sinker away, 1-0. Sinker drops low. 2 balls, no strikes.
Wow, he had some good bite on that one right there, but the hitter wouldn't chase it.
And there's a sinker for a strike. 2-1.
I threw that one exactly where he wanted it, down and in.
Comes set. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Ball swung on and hit. Lee to field it. Now it's 2 down. Team leaders in home runs. How'd they do it last year? Well, let's take a look at our State Farm leaderboard. Number 1, the Yankees. Second, the Rangers. Third spot, the Red Sox. The Orioles 4th. And for the Blue Jays, they are in 5th.
Well, a lot of times they say that power hitters can be pitched to if you pitch them carefully. The problem is with this team, they have a ton of power hitters in this lineup. Number 1 in baseball last year in the home run. And you make a mistake, and everyone in this lineup can make you pay with the long ball.
Starts him out with a sinker for a strike.
You always want to get that first strike in there as a pitcher because now you can execute your plan to put the guy away.
The pitch. Swung on and fouled away. Trying to get him to chase a slider, but it's 1-2. The 1-2 on its way. This one's grounded to second. Oh, he's got it. Throws on to first in time to retire the side. So they pick up a run on 2 hits, and they leave a couple. Yankees leading now. They've got the momentum. And if you just joined our broadcast, great to have you on board. 2K Sports Major League Baseball. I'm Gary Thorne with Steve Phillips and John Kruk. And Ramos now will come to the batter's box. Had a base hit his last time up. 0-1 the count as we get going here in the bottom of the 7th.
Well, down by 1, nobody out here in the 7th inning. You want to try to get somebody on base and get a little bit of a rally because within 1, you want to be able to time it and maybe take the lead. So play for a big inning right here.
And this is bounced foul to the left side. Sinker misses, and it's 1-2 now.
Well, the starting pitcher right now is over 80 pitches, and this is a time when the manager and the pitching coach have to keep an eye and see if his velocity is dropping. If it is, you might want to think about getting him out.
It's fouled away.
Foul! Let's go, Giants! Stay hard! Go, Giants!
Change up in there, punches him out. Number 1.
But Gary, let's see this pitch again in K-Cam. Here's another look at the changeup.
Well, he'll get the batter looking at this one. What a nice pitch, low and away in the strike zone.
And he's going to take a slow walk back, trying to figure out what happened in that at bat.
And not a good feeling.
Catcher up to the plate. Lined out in his last at bat.
Let's go, San Francisco.
Here's the first pitch. Starts him out with a curveball for a strike.
You know, Gary's still dealing with that one-run differential. One out here in the 7th inning. And again, I think it's about making plays right now and offensively force the issue. Get somebody on base and put the pressure on the pitcher.
That's 2 gone.
To the plate for the San Francisco Giants. Center fielder, number 9.
And the number 8 spot rolls around. 0 for 2 thus far. Here's the delivery. Here's a fly ball. Could be it. That's the last out. This ball game is now over.
The offense got it done to the top, and the pitching got it done to the bottom half. And celebration as they head back to the clubhouse.
All right, here we go. It's that time. We're going to take a look now at our player of the game.
Well, the tone of the game is set by the leadoff hitter, and that's how they won this game today. He was pesky, he worked the count, he made the pitcher work, and he jump-started this offense. That's why they got the big win.
And they didn't have to score a lot of runs to do it. They end up with just managing 2 across the plate, but the pitching held up.
Well, a very close game and solid pitching and outstanding defense as well. Those little things become the key in close games.
Great day for baseball here at 2K Sports. Thank you for tuning in. I'm Gary Thorne with John Kruk, Steve Phillips, and our great 2K Sports crew. We wish you a great rest of the day or night, wherever you may be in baseball land.